morning, KU! How's it going, team? This is the first show for
Good Morning
KU on Friday. And we've had a lot of time to set up and hopefully nail this because it's already been 3 weeks in school. How does it make you feel?
Crazy that it's going so fast.
Oh, yeah.
And what's your name? We didn't catch your name.
Oh, that is right. This is the first time I'm on the show. My name is Matt Scribina.
I'm Lakin Allen. And we are so excited that you're here and you're watching with us.
Most certainly.
Classes are 3 weeks in, which is just crazy. And they're going really fast. I'm a senior, so it's my last go around.
Aw.
And you are a?
I am a sophomore, so I still got time.
He has a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's good.
Do you have any good stories from the first 3 weeks yet, or no?
I don't know. Not too many.
No?
Just homework. A lot of homework. What about you? You did something fun last weekend.
Yes. During the 3-day weekend, I'm a part of the rock climbing club, and so we went to we went to Colorado to climb Devil's Head mountain with a bunch of rock walls and trails and that. I was able to get some pictures.
Oh.
So I don't know if that'll be on display.
We may show you the pictures now, or we may show them to you later.
But I can still talk about
them. Oh my gosh, they're on there.
They are.
So cool. So we can show you the pictures now.
We can. So definitely the biggest thing was that there was a surprising amount of hiking for a rock climbing trip. Because the first day we got there, we were having to go around these really vague trails, and it took us 4 hours just to find one rock wall in the mountain range. But then when we got there, it wasn't the one we were looking for, and we asked the guy who was directing us where it was, and he's like, "It's half a mile the other direction."
Oh, shoot.
But we eventually found a few really good-looking walls to climb, and so that was a ton of fun. I've never actually physically climbed an outdoor wall before, so this was my first time, and it was a lot of fun.
Was it harder than the rock wall in the wreck?
Oh, yeah. The rock wall, they actually make it so things are physically grabbable, but in nature, you have to find things that can be grabbable. Otherwise, you're just cutting your hand on hard surfaces. But it was gorgeous. There was great scenery. We would get to the top of a wall, and we would look out over the entire landscape, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we would just sit around at night after a hard day of climbing and talk around the campfire.
Did you sing around the campfire?
No.
No?
No.
Nobody brought a guitar or anything?
Oh, no. We don't have space. We barely had anything to cook with. Most of what we ate was bagels and peanut butter.
That sounds good.
Pretty good, surprisingly.
For sure.
Yeah.
So how many people went? Was that everybody?
No. Well, I'm not.
Well, no, you're not.
I mean, I guess I could be the one taking the picture, but there were about 20 people.
Wow.
This was like all the old group members, so this is before all the new guys showed up and ruined everything. So we all took a trip before that happened, and we had a lot of fun. It was about a 9-hour drive to get there, and I got there at 3 in the morning the first day.
So did you guys camp?
Yes.
Then that first night?
Yeah, we camped the entire weekend, and you drive around these windy roads to find the trail you want to the rock wall you want to, and then hope you get there and hope you remember how to get back. But it was a lot of fun just going around with all these guys climbing the walls. And it was like perfect weather too. We were afraid it was going to rain and we wouldn't be able to climb anything. Which, speaking of which, how about the piece of crap weather that was this week?
Oh my gosh, it's been terrible.
Oh God.
So we don't know what's happening in Kansas. It's not normally like this.
Yeah, the worst part is I didn't have an umbrella for the first 3
Oh
weeks.
my gosh, I didn't. That's something that happened to me. I literally walked to class and back in the pouring rain and just got soaking wet. So.
Oh yeah, the complete front of my body was soaked through, and it was
On your way home or on your way there? Back?
just trying to get to my car.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a rough
It's an
week.
adventure. So everyone, bring your umbrellas to class.
Please do.
Do it.
Yes.
I think it's gonna rain today too.
Right.
So.
Oh no.
No fun. No fun.
Yeah. But I heard that wasn't the only thing that happened this week.
Oh, I turned 22.
Hey.
Shout out to all my other 22-year-olds.
Way to-
T-Swift year.
Way to go. Do you have any big plans for the new year?
For the new year?
Yeah.
Well, I started a YouTube channel, so
Ooh.
that's fun.
What do you do on it?
Well, it's called Life with Lakin. Look me up, subscribe. And I'm just kind of starting it as a passion project to just inspire and encourage and just use it as a storytelling platform. So it's exciting.
All right. Well, I'm glad for you. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Nice.
that's been a good year.
Good. Yeah. I've still got a few years to go.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you you're 19?
I am currently 19. I will be 20 very
Child.
soon, though. I don't want to
When's
think
your
about.
birthday?
It's in October.
October?
I don't want to think about not being a teenager anymore.
It's true. That's crazy. Welcome to college.
Yeah.
Real world. Growing up.
Well, while we're in college, do you want to talk about who the special guest is that's coming?
Ooh, teaser. We can't tell you who, but they'll be discussing homecoming and the J School Generations event. So tune in next Friday to hear more about who that's going to be.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Sydney Kolzinski, and I'm here with Steve Rottinghaus from the J School. And I know there is a big event coming up this homecoming weekend, and it's called J Generations.
J School Generations. It's something we've been doing for 7 years, and it'll be homecoming week that Thursday and Friday.
Okay, and could you explain some of the key events or exciting events that will be going on?
Yeah, we're excited about it. We bring 20 alums back every year, and they'll be speaking to classes that Thursday on the 27th. And then on the 28th, we've set up some opportunities for our students to network with these alums. And they'll be kind of in small rooms, and they can pretty much ask them, how did you get your career started? What advice do you have for me? What classes do you encourage me to take? We'll have some trivia games. The thing that I really like, we're doing this miniature basketball game where the Ad Club, Media Crossroads can form a team, other groups can form teams, and Brian Haney, the voice of the Jayhawks, will be doing play-by-play. That was a big hit last year, so we're looking forward to that again. But the main thing is just for our students to have contact with alums. That's something we always strive for every year, and I think this event gets better every year.
Yeah. So if a student was, crunched on time and could only make it to one of the events during those 2 days, which event would you feel like is really a staple event that they make it to?
I would think that morning on the Friday, 9 to 10, is the games portion, a great time to interact. But if you can't make it for that, there should be plenty of opportunities to network with our alums. We have all these little classrooms that are going to be reserved that day.
Okay.
So there should be time they can get that one-on-one attention and just pretty much ask them anything professionally.
Okay. Any tips for students that are looking to network with some of these alums?
Have those resumes ready. We've had students get jobs and internships because of these connections. Our alums are very generous with their time, and we have alums coming back from California, Dallas, Chicago, New York, DC, pretty much all over, and they're willing to help these students as much as they can.
And it's for both tracks as well, not just one track of the J School.
We got a good mix for news and information and strategic communication. Yeah, all students are welcome. I hope that they can find something within that time frame that works for them. But yeah, it's a great event. I think it gets better every year, like I had mentioned, and it'll be for 2 days on the 27th and 28th.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you think you need to add?
Treat it like a networking opportunity, that it could lead to something professionally, because that has the potential to happen. Have that resume updated. Our alums will be accepting resumes, so it'd be perfectly fine to bring that.
Awesome.
And but yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're also unveiling our new J Bar. It's kind of a one-stop hub for technical needs.
Okay.
Heather Lorenz is our digital specialist, and she provides a lot of tech support, and she does a great job. She's super excited about it, and it's It's very casual. You can just walk in and, ask her kind of the latest trends. What should I be preparing for? Stuff like that.
Awesome. Well, stay tuned and they'll be back with the news.
Welcome back. I'm D'Angelo.
And I'm Logan. This is your Friday Good Morning KU News Update. KU police arrested an 18-year-old student early Wednesday morning in Oliver Hall on charges related to sexual assault. 4 female students have reported that the suspect sexually assaulted them during the first weeks of school. The male student was booked into Douglas County Jail on suspicion of aggravated criminal sodomy and sexual battery, but was later released without being charged.
A Lawrence police officer will not be charged for an incident this summer when he fired his gun multiple times toward a fleeing vehicle. According to the Lawrence Journal-World, the Douglas County District Attorney found no criminal liability against Sergeant Robert Neft. The suspect suffered a laceration to his arm but was not seriously injured.
Beginning this week, readers who want unlimited access to the online Lawrence Journal-World will have to pay $9.95 a month. Publisher Scott Stanford said the Journal-World has provided free, unlimited access for 25 years, but changes in readership and online advertising require a different approach. Those who do not subscribe will only be able to view a limited number of LHAworld.com articles each month.
In sports, the NFL season kicked off last night in Philadelphia, and the Super Bowl defending champions knocked off Atlanta 18-12. The Falcons had first and goal in the final minute, but in a replay of last year's NFC semifinal, the Eagle defense held and won the game. Kansas City will begin its season on Sunday afternoon in Los Angeles against the Chargers.
The KU football team lost its first game of the season in overtime. The Jayhawks fell 26-23 to Nicholls State on Saturday night at the David Booth Kansas Memorial Stadium. Quarterback Peyton Bender threw for 187 yards and 2 touchdowns, but KU couldn't keep the Colonels out of the end zone in the extra period. The Jayhawks will play at Central Michigan tomorrow at 2 p.m.
After a 0-0 draw against Cincinnati last night, the KU soccer team is now 5-0-2 on the season. The Jayhawks outshot the Bearcats but couldn't put a ball in the goal. But the team will continue its road trip on Sunday against Pittsburgh.
The volleyball team is hosting the Kansas Invitational this weekend in Horsch Family Athletic Center. The first match of the day is just underway between Loyola Marymount and Auburn. KU will play American at approximately noon. Tonight, the Jayhawks will face Auburn at 7 p.m. and then close out the round-robin tournament against Loyola Marymount at 1 p.m. on Saturday.
And finally, the cross-country team is off the weekend after sweeping the Bob Timmons Classic on Saturday in dominating fashion. Both the men's and women's teams placed 1st through 5th to record perfect scores. Individual winners were Chase Hale and Catherine Leggett.
And that will wrap up our today's news update. Keep watching, and after the break, Brooklyn will be back with the weather. Stay tuned.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Hi guys, welcome back to Good Morning KU. My name is Brooklyn with your weather forecast for today. Currently it is 70. There is a little bit of a drizzle and rain, so if you're headed to class, make sure you grab your umbrella and your jacket. Just kind of gloomy conditions all day, but these are your headlines. So like I said, gloomy conditions today, and then a rainy start to the weekend, but hopefully by next week we'll have dry conditions. So like by noon, temperature is going to cool off to about 68, and then kind of just the same through the evening. By 8, it'll be about 67. So Saturday is going to be just kind of the same as today, the high of 70, just kind of rainy and gloomy, but then Saturday night it's going to dry out, and by Sunday we'll have a high of 75 and some sunshine. And then the 7-day forecast, as you can see, we have some sunshine next week. So by Monday will be 79, and so that's something to look forward to next week is sunshine and temperature back in the 80s. So that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.